Hello YouTube, and I am Artist Guy, and I was looking to start up a art slash gaming channel. I'm still getting used to the technical side of things and getting a little more comfortable on camera. So this is my first YouTube video. I do have a gaming video out there of a live stream I did. I've been trying to get in a little bit of that Twitch live streaming. It's going to be more retro stuff. But yeah, so if you like video games, you can follow some of that if you want. Um, if you're more on the art side, I do want to do a lot of art stuff. And this is one of my first sketchbooks that I did a few years back. In between this, I've done a lot of stuff on some office paper. I draw on that a lot because it's cheap, it's easy to use, and yeah. Let's go ahead and get this started here. Whoa, I'll be hitting the mic now. Okay, this is one of my, probably one of my first drawings. If you look right here, there's the date, so that was about 3 years ago. Actually, yeah, 3 years ago. That's supposed to be a little fancy one. I got this out of a gaming book. It's a Pokemon character. I don't even know his name, but yeah, I was kind of messing around with some colored pencils. Didn't really know what the hell I was doing, but I was having fun. Then I was like, you know what? I want to draw like a Silver Surfer. I got this pose out of a comic book I was reading at the time. I think it was The Rebirth of Thanos, I think is what it's called. Really good comic book. But yeah, I was pretty happy with the way that turned out. I thought he turned out really well. And then I moved on. Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. Love Venom. Always been a huge fan of the Spider-Man. All the Marvel stuff, really. But as you can see here, like, it's not bad. I always thought it'd been cool to draw these battle scenes. I bought some markers, and these are the Prismacolors. But I got some pencil in there. It really didn't turn out that well. I mean, for someone who didn't know what he was doing, that's not bad. I've definitely learned a lot, and I definitely wouldn't recommend using just this kind of paper for doing this mixed media kind of stuff. But yeah, all in all, not too bad. Moving on. This is my Venom piece I did with some pencils. If you Google Venom, this is like one of the first poses that come up. So I was kind of looking from that. I learned a lot from drawing this. I really thought the slobber turned out good. I thought the tongue turned out really good. I was really happy, for someone who hasn't been drawing that long. This one I got out of an art book that I have. I mean, it turned out okay. I'm not super happy with it, but again, I was trying to learn some stuff, just kind of experimenting. Right here we got the Hulk. It's funny because the face here, I erased it and redid it so many times. I damn near put a hole through the paper, and it still doesn't look right. It's what I got happy with, but I was trying to get the foreshortening of the foot back here. So kind of get that behind him, the fist, and I wasn't, like you say, I don't know a lot of the anatomy. A lot of it's not right. All in all, I'm pretty happy with that. And again, I learned a lot. This one here is a character my cousin did a long time ago. He's actually dead now. And it was something, I don't know, something I found of his that he gave to me. He did it with Sharpies, and maybe at some point on this channel I'll show it. But this is kind of a redrawing, kind of a tribute to him. I definitely like to revisit this character and do something else with it. This is a Carnage I did. I guess you could call it a try. I was trying to get the foreshortening down. I mean, it looks okay. It's still pretty bad. I go in too dark, too hard, and I still to this day, this was 2 years ago. I need to work on that the light touch. Moving on. This one, just goofing off, playing with my markers. Thought I would, just do something quick. Again, my markers. I'm a huge fan of the regular show. Love the regular show. I don't draw a whole lot of cartoon stuff. I don't know. It seems so simplistic. I mean, it's nice. I like the animation. I like the graphics on that show and cartoon. I don't draw a whole lot of it. Another one from that same drawing book on that dragon I did earlier. I just picked the pose because it has a lot of force, the hand right here. It kind of has some foreshortening. And, just kind of playing around, learning. I did a real quick shark. When you start out, you kind of want to just draw everything, anything. You just kind of, you draw, you're practicing. Let's see, let's turn that to the side, get a little better. There you go. All right, moving on. This is my bird, Clyde is his name. He's a parrot. He's upstairs, chilling up there. But yeah, I took a picture of him. It's a pretty loose sketch. I do want to do some watercolor stuff. I actually have some watercolors right here. I would like to dip into that, doing some watercolors. So, and I definitely do something with him. He's got a lot, he's got a lot of color to him. I think it'd be fun to do something like that. This is funny. I actually wrote a note to myself. I wrote, no copy, need more practice. Basically what that meant was I wasn't looking at a photo. Starting out, you kind of have to emulate your favorite artist. You look at photos, you have to look at a lot of reference. And this one I was trying to find some of the anatomy, some of the points. And as you can see, I was off a lot. So this is the dinosaur I did. I think it was actually a statue that I kind of got the pose from. This is a Captain America, John Buscema sketch, and I got it from How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way. I really like this book. I'll probably do like maybe a review of it, and kind of show you guys. That's one of my inspirations to kind of keep going. You learn a lot from that book. And obviously John Buscema's was a lot better than mine, but it's learning that foot. It was difficult. This one, I really liked the way this one turned out. I think I got this from a drawing book. It's like a sea serpent creature. I used some oil pastel kind of to create like a water, and then the bubbles with the ink and the markers and stuff. I thought it turned out pretty good. Another regular show, Summertime. That's one of my favorite episodes. Really enjoyed drawing that. Like you say, I guess I do draw a few cartoons. This one here, again, you're learning, drawing with animals and stuff. I got one of these Micron pens, and I just wanted to try it out. I wasn't really that comfortable with ink at the time. I'm getting a little more comfortable with it. I'm still, it's still kind of rough with it. But I wanted to see how far you could take it. Like, how much ink can you lay down before you kind of mess up that illustration? You can see the spikes are a little off on the tail. But yeah, I was really just kind of experimenting, trying to create some texture. I thought it turned out okay, especially for kind of one of my first ink drawings with that pen. This was a drawing competition that was on Instagram that my buddy at my work was trying to get me into. This is kind of just a sketch. I didn't submit this one. It was the hashtag was skull moth flower. I was just kind of messing around, it didn't really render it that much. This one was one that I did submit. His stuff was more kind of like a graphic design type stuff. So I don't know. I thought it kind of inspired me. I thought, I'll give it a try and see what it's like. So yeah, that's what I did. And you can see I got the cheekbones, part of the wings, the eyes of the flowers, kind of a cool idea. I mean, I might want to revisit something like that, render it better, make it look a lot better. This one's rough. I don't even like to look at it, but I had like this idea of like I don't know, like a demon goat soldier. I don't know, in my head. But as you can see, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know the anatomy. I don't know the face well enough. Yeah, but you know, it's hard to when you're drawing. You can imagine something, but it looks so much different on paper when you go to draw it. Okay, and this is a Psylocke I did. Let's see the date on it, 15th, right there. Yeah, so one of my favorite things to do, and these I've had from when I was a kid. They're the Marvel cards. They are the 92 Impel Marvel series. I've had these from when I was a kid. This same stack I've had with me, and I used to love to draw the poses out of them, you know, and it's really good practice. There's a lot of action poses. The art in them I really like. Maybe I'll do more of a full video on those. But yeah, this was one of the poses out of there. It turned out okay. I mean, obviously her head is really disproportionate from her body. She'd be like 10 heads high, so she'd be like a tall, weird-looking giant, maybe like an avatar or something. But I learned a lot from that video. It's a tricky pose. More quick sketch stuff. This one was kind of out of my head, just kind of learning that anatomy some more. Some cartoon drawings right there. I love Futurama as well. I love cartoons. And just a few other little doodles. Dinosaur that I did. It's funny because I forgot the hands, and then I kind of just, I don't know, I didn't want to add them. I thought it looked okay. I thought I'd put a background on it. And I kind of honestly just got bored with it, you know, and I was like, it wasn't going the way I want. So I thought, you know, just move on to the next one. Some more stuff out of my head here. Just trying to figure out the face, you know, figure out my Wolverine. And it's good. It kind of exercises your it's like exercising a muscle. You're exercising your brain, you know, you're trying to remember bits of information. These are some sketches I did out of that How to Draw the Marvel Way, you know, just trying to really learn how to structure the head. Then I did a couple of doodles in the park. There's like a fence there and a tree, you know, just kind of relaxing, sketching out while my daughter played. This is another one from How to Draw the Marvel Way. You know, I wish I would have made him a little more stout and squat. You know, he's a little long. But all in all, I think he turned out pretty good. I'd definitely like to do another thing. This one I'm really happy with. I learned a lot from it. I got it from How to Draw the Marvel Way. And it's a kingpin. I don't know, and you can see in here that you know, when you're learning, you don't want to just draw to get stuff on paper. You want to kind of learn how other artists deal with certain things. I mean, how do they go about doing the hands, and how do they really bring that character to life, you know? And that's what I was after here. I'm emulating John Buscema, you know, how he's got the feet and the clothes and how he got this character. I really like it, and it's one of the best things you can do is really to look at some of your artists that you like and emulate it, you know. I know copying kind of gets frowned on a lot, but it's when you're starting out, it's a good way to go, and you'll start to learn it for yourself, and you'll start to kind of create your own stuff. I'm not a big fan of WoW so much, more of a fan of Hearthstone. I got into Hearthstone. I haven't played it for a while, and I like these little creatures. I forget his name, but that little noise that they make. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way this one turned out. The hand I thought looked really good, and I used again the oil pastel to create like a background, and then just a little blood on the sword. Really liked that one. Blank page there. Another one from Hearthstone. Like you say, I was trying to render it. You can see I was trying to create some more hair, create like some sores and stuff. I kind of got bored with it halfway through because I didn't really finish it up. But I went in just too hard, too dark, and I've really tried to lighten up my technique. I still sometimes find myself just pushing into that paper, and it's just a hard habit to break. I've done it since I was in grade school. I don't know. My dad does it as well. It must be something that runs in the family. I have switched to like a lighter pencil. I like to use a number 2 now, and so it doesn't get so much messy and smudgy. Here's a couple more. This actually, if you're into old school gaming at all, was from Warcraft 2. It's on the CD cover of the front, and I thought, I'm just gonna let's just do a quick one, go for it, 'cause I need a lot of practice on my faces. Same with this one. I didn't spend a whole lot of time on these two guys, maybe 20 minutes, maybe a half hour at the most. I wasn't really going for anything finished. I was just kind of just sketching, learning facial features. I love creatures and fantasy. This one is a Mystique. As you can see, I wasn't really that comfortable with doing the hands, so I kind of just half did it. I didn't really do too much with her legs and stuff. It's funny because I spent a lot of time on that dress. I just really got into it, and I think I did a good job at kind of rendering her torso there, her chest. I think it turned out pretty good. The face, that still needs a little work, and you can see it's kind of messy, and I'm really been trying to work on that, trying to get cleaner, smoother lines. This is the Green Goblin. I got that from one of my cards out of here. It's a pose out of one of these. I was gonna just keep going with it, but I spent so long on getting the glider to match up, and I kind of just was like, it's time to move on. I thought it turned out pretty good, These is where I think you learn the most, especially as a new artist. These are just quick drawings. You can see I wrote it on there. Make sure you can see that. 10-minute drawings. So I'd time myself, and I was looking at a Game Informer magazine, just pulling whatever I could draw, whatever picture I found. So there's a link right there. Quick 10 minute. Just and I wasn't so much worried about the details. I'm just getting the action, just getting the body down, getting the proportions right, Same thing here. More 10-minute drawings, And these guys were in the book as well. I thought, I had to draw some realistic looking characters, and just getting their poses down, where their elbows, end up. Just remembering certain points of reference can help you a lot. Same thing here. Quick 10-minute drawings. Those are from the cards, but you're not focused on the details. You're just getting the action, like a guy running, guy squatting, girl pointing. You're just trying to convey that to yourself and to others, And hopefully there I got that. Here's some more quick ones. You know what? These fingers, actually, I was watching a Todd McFarlane video on how to draw fingers, and they're kind of that peanut shape. So I was practicing it there. He did one on the foot too, how you kind of get that to make it look like they're stepping down on it. And these were a couple of poses I did from the card. I think I might have spent a little more time on that, but just really practicing those comic book classic style poses. This is a picture from Dynamic Figure Drawing art book that I have. I haven't studied it a whole lot. I believe it's Brune Hogarth is how you say his name. I'll probably do at some point on my channel, maybe like a review of that or something, because his stuff has a lot of shading, and like I said, I'd like to do something a little bit cleaner. As you can see, I'm pretty messy, but it was a cool pose, and there's more cool poses. I haven't studied from it a whole lot. I am going to get back to that, but yeah, that was one I was just working on there. Then there's a finished piece of that. Well, more of a finished piece than that one I showed you in there. When you draw out these poses in these quick, whether it's a minute or a 2-minute pose, it makes it a lot easier when you go back in and you're like, all right, I want to draw this guy. And then you'll start to become to where you can remember that, and you can start to build off of that and build your own characters. And that's kind of the point I'm at now. I'm starting to be able to pull things out of my head. This was 2 years ago. I was looking at one of the cards, and getting, it takes time, and like I say, there was a lot of breaks in between this. I didn't really draw every day like I do now. I've kind of pushed myself to sketch every day, and I have my current sketchbook that I'm working on. I'll probably do a video on that. I have a few other sketchbooks I'd like to share with you guys. This is like the first one, kind of the introduction to YouTube. So yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to do art and gaming channel. You can follow me on Instagram. It's Art Dust Guy. I'll put a link in the description for that. And then I just opened a Twitter. I don't really know how to use it. It's the same. It's Art Dust Guy. That's going to be more for my gaming. I'm not going to post a whole lot of art on there. Like I say, I want to get into streaming. I want to stream some retro stuff. So I'm learning. I'm just starting out. But yeah, leave a comment or a like. Let me know what you think. I'm just practicing, trying to figure it out. And these videos are meant more to inspire young artists or artists just starting out, maybe it'll help you, because that's what helped me a lot. Was I go to YouTube, I look at some other artists, I get inspired, and like you say, my journey is to just keep going with it. And that's kind of what these videos are for, is to help me, to keep me going, and just to share with you guys some of this stuff. So I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.